What is up, my peeps? Welcome to a weekly trade video. This is the first clip, and I'm not filming this until, what is today? Tuesday already? Normally on Monday we have like 3 different clips to film, but we didn't film anything yesterday because we weren't taking a lot of stuff in over the weekend. We have just gotten in so much inventory and we need to sell some stuff, so we were focusing more on that and processing inventory versus buying more. But now we're back to buying, so here we go. Up top here we have Lord of the Rings Trilogy. We have 1 Genesis game that came in. The more expensive PSP games that we got, those 2 are both factory sealed. 1 little Super Nintendo game, F-Zero with a peeling label, a Game Genie for NES, Vita, and 1 complete in box Super Nintendo game. And we have an Amiibly. All right, coming back over here, we have the more affordable movies here. We have some Xbox 360, Wii U, original Xbox, and Xbox One. And of course, as always, all the ones here with the orange spines, these are disc only with our custom printed artwork. We have the Nintendo Wii games here, into some PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and some PS1, including some Japanese import ones. PlayStation 2 games here, which is one of our biggest selling categories for retro games. And then we have more Vita and PSP, and then also PlayStation 3, a little bit of a little bit of Switch in there, and then some DS, 3DS, and 1 NES game, Adventures of Bayou Billy. We have the Genesis Mini, some manga, and some sort of like graphic novel there. I honestly don't know what this is, some sort of like PC Engine Japanese miniature magazine book type thing, and then a manual for Majora's Mask. Coming all the way back over here once more, we have the more expensive PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 games. If you see 100, that means it's a loose disc with our custom printed double jump artwork. We have the Japanese PS1 games here that are a bit more expensive as well. Into the PlayStation 5 games, I can't believe that any standard release PlayStation 5 game is over $100, but I guess it is. And then into the Nintendo Wii games here, some pretty good titles. And then also GameCube. Always need more GameCube. Buy as many GameCube games as we possibly can. I don't care if we're not supposed to be buying stuff, we'll always take GameCube. And then the more expensive PlayStation 3 games here. And then we have 3DS, and these are all really, really good titles. Lots of like first party stuff, some RPGs, Pokemon, Zelda, Mario, all the good stuff. And then we have some new Pokemon cards here. Nothing too crazy this time, but still some good stuff. The only like more expensive ones were these 3, and they're 18, 13, and 35 on that guy. And then a few more down here. Anything that doesn't have a tag on the front and that isn't in a top loader is $10 or cheaper, so we just lay them out like that. And then lastly, we have the loose handheld games here. We mostly just have DS, 3DS, and then a bunch of GBA, some Game Boy Color, and original Game Boy. But no loose Vita or PSP this time. All Nintendo stuff. But still, as you can tell, some pretty good games in here. Earthworm Jim 2 for GBA, not a game that comes in very often. Choo Choo Rocket, same thing. And then Legacy of Goku 1 and 2. This is the double pack. The games individually aren't that expensive, but the double pack's pretty hard to find. And then into the Game Boy Color and original Game Boy games here. This one unfortunately is missing the top half of the label, but that is Super Mario Land. So there we go. Stay tuned. There of course is plenty more to come.
Hi guys, little cutie patooties. We got some movies up here, some BBC videos. Sorry, my hands are shaky. I had a lot of caffeine today. And then we got some of our just like filler title stuff. And then right up here we have these Pikmin remint figures that somebody put together and decided that they were just didn't have the room, I think. Chrono Trigger, not the first print, does not have the poster. Another Chrono Trigger. And then here are GameCube titles. Lots of GameCube in this video. Gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so shaky. And more GameCube. Got some Wave Birds as well. They'll get cleaned up and everything before they go out, of course. These are disc only up here. Rune Factory is not. It is no manual though. More Wii and 3DS. That is crazy. Back over here because I think I skipped this stuff. Sorry guys, I'm all over the place. And then we got some handheld consoles. And then Meebies. Little Meeblets. Amiibi. And we got some Switch games. Sorry, there's a little bit of a glare. I have the light on right now. That's Burger Time Party. And then some of these are Japanese imports. I do have written on them that they play if they play in English. That does not go for all of our items. I was just doing that because I knew that those games did play in English for sure. Tears of the Kingdom, Mario's. Oh, that one's like so creepy. It's a Bundle of Terror one. It's from Limited Run. And then a Hello Kitty Island Adventure and BioShock.
All right, let's get started on this clip. Come down here. A lot of anime. Colton has been reshelling not just Game Boy Advance SPs. He's done a couple of DS Lites as well. But this is a 101. And he did a really great job. Let's turn it on. Let's see if it'll turn on. Yes. A lot of issues that we see with some of the reshells is that the screen is never put in evenly or properly. It looks like Colton did a really good job here though. So that won't be on our website, but it'll be in store. Turn it off. Turn it off. It'll be so cool. Yeah. But yeah, that looks really good, Colton. You did a fantastic job. Got some cute cards here. I'm gonna take a nice long look at what we got here too. So how have you guys been? I've been good. Kind of hungry right now, actually. You know, the thing about hunger is it keeps coming back. It doesn't matter what you put into your gob. And it's a little frustrating sometimes because I'll be sitting around and I'll be like, why am I hungry? I just ate. And then I look up and it's been 5 hours since I ate last. That also happens when I'm like getting really into a video game. A lot of 64 that we've got. I feel like there's even more than this, but I might be dreaming. But anyway, sometimes I wish I could just like eat once and then have it last me the entire day. I guess tech nerds tried to do that with Soylent, which is a interestingly named like meal replacement. Yeah, I guess it's supposed to like suppress your appetite in that way, but I'm not sure exactly how that's panning out, if they're still in business. My uncle tried to start subsisting on Soylent for a little bit and he started turning green. And that's not a reference to Soylent Green, the sci-fi horror thriller. That is just what happened to him. You need your nutrients, guys. You can't replace those. Man, what a great spread. Anyway, I think that's it for the trade clip. Some really cool stuff in here. Oh yeah, wait. You guys have to look at the purple Vita. Or no, this isn't a Vita. This is a PSP, but still. Look at this guy. We never get Vitas in, ever. And we don't usually get PSPs in, and I mean, it's so cute. I might just get it just to have it. What else could I play on it? Can you see me? Okay, anyway, that's enough fun for that. It must be this cute anime girls, because they're both the same color. Who are you? Well, I'll have to find out later. No! Oh god! Oh, no, no!